your calls. It's time to take your calls. What the heck is on your mind, and how do you feel about everything that's going on? Let's take some calls and talk to you. Let's talk to Zach from Georgia. Zach, what's on your mind? What's going on tonight? Hey, Zach, what's up?
Hey, how are you this evening?
Oh, it's just another day reporting the news, but it's a little stressful. How do you feel?
Very nervous, which is something for me. A little bit about me. I'm I'm retired Army veteran from a special operations
What
unit.
is
Thank
up?
you for your service.
What's going on,
Thank
guys?
you for your appreciation. Thank you.
Yes,
for
sir.
what you
Boom
guys
is
are
right,
doing
Jason.
also.
What's up?
You
Crypto
have
time.
such
What's
a
up? Morris
broad,
Prince.
group
Crypt
of
Chip Yo.
viewers that you're able to reach out to. There's
What's
just-
up? Infinite growth.
There's nothing that
What's
that can compare
not much,
to
man.
what
I just had to get on
you guys
tonight.
have,
This is
and you're using that,
some good news. I tell you that.
So
Yes.
I really appreciate what you guys are
What's
doing.
up, James?
So thank you. So on
Beat you up.
Tuesday, I
Oh,
went to
you're
vote.
old.
I've never had any problems.
What's up,
voting.
man?
As I've said, I am a military
Hope
veteran.
you guys are doing well tonight,
I don't
and
have any felonies or anything
I
like
hope
that
you.
to worry
I don't.
about.
Well,
Nothing
you
that
probably
would-
haven't
nothing
heard
that would throw any type of red
the
flag,
news.
against me.
Yeah, more
voting.
good news.
And
This is, I heard about this yesterday, and I thought about actually getting on again and doing another live stream. Just to let you know, my video from last night was blocked straight off, so they definitely don't want too much information getting out. But guys, it's too late. It's too late now. I don't know what the the full game plan is.
So
But
this was on the day of voting.
yesterday I heard.
On the day of
Well, I'm gonna
voting, you
turn
go
this down a
in
little bit.
person in Georgia, and they try.
So
to
yesterday I heard
register to vote.
that what the Trump administration did was that, obviously there's only supposed to be one ballot for each registered voter, right?
Yes.
Well, we know that the Democrats have been throwing in more ballots. I mean, printing ballots off. It's just been absolutely, it's been crazy. I mean, and that is definitely not a strong enough word. But still, nonetheless, it's been crazy. They've put in thousands, hundreds of thousands of other illegal ballots. So anyway, what the Trump administration did, they put watermarks on all the ballots, which makes absolute sense. Absolute sense. I mean, that's what we have on our checks, right? You don't get a check without a watermark. So, and obviously the watermarks they used are invisible to the naked eye. I'm sure you need some type of special light. So they have caught those. They've caught them red-handed, and one of the rules in the art of war is you never get in the way of your enemy while they are destroying themselves, and this is exactly what is happening. They're going to expose the China connections, all the corruption. And I mean, I'm going to tell you now, it goes extremely deep. I'm sure you guys already know that. So let me get what's up? Boom time. That's right. And also, crypto is starting to go up. I'm going to tell you something.
This is happening.
So I've been having a little bit of just a problem with the way things were looking. Right. Well, I was having a problem because I was, I know some of the things that I was expecting, but it just is not, from what I know, it's not time for all of that yet. Not yet. So I was having a problem with it. Now, don't get me wrong, anything can happen at this point. I don't know for sure. But like I said, the way it's looking is we're going to see some pretty amazing things. It is very possible. I've said that before, but me, when I see things like this happening, I kick into a different gear, because you cannot take your enemy too lightly. You can never do that. If you do that, you've already lost. So, as good as one could be these days, crazy time. Yep, man, I hear you. Let's see. What's up, Jason? Let's see. Ricky Bradford, what's up, man? Appreciate you putting people on InfoWars. Absolutely, man. It is absolutely needed. And then, on top of that, guys, I bought a lot of their stuff. I bought the Kava Chill, the Brain Force, the Super Male Vitality, the Fusion, and all that. It helps them keep going. And these guys have been at it for. Alex has been at it for almost 30 years. I think it is. It helps them, and I'm going to tell you, if it wasn't for them, we would already be a Chinese territory. I mean, seriously. So, if there's anything you need, go to their InfoWarsStore.com. I'm telling you, the stuff works. I can tell you right now. I just tried the like it's a vitamin drink mix. Doesn't taste great, but I'm going to tell you what. By the time I got to work, I was ready to jump over the building. So, check it out. And then that's not all, they don't just have that type of stuff. I mean, I don't get anything from this. I'm going to tell you now. Obviously, I'm not putting a link out there or anything like that. I'm just grateful that these guys are able to put out good information because, like I said, I wouldn't have the information that I have if it wasn't for them. This is my only source of real news. I mean, there are other things that I do to kind of find out things, but as far as this goes, I'm telling you. So anyway, enough about that. What up, Sean Thompson? What's going on, man? Let's see. The real ones were encrypted with watermark. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Voter fraud is much worse. Does anyone more dude? Okay. So if it wasn't voter fraud, that would mean that Joe Biden got more votes than any presidential candidate ever in history, ever. I mean, Obama was like the leading guy, but on the flip side of that, Trump is actually the highest. He's the highest voted for candidate ever. So, and then as far as minorities go and all that, so they've been trying to tell us that obviously that he's racist and all this other stuff, which is absolute crap. So yeah, this is pretty amazing. Let's see. It was Chip, exactly. There was a landslide. Trump would have come out. I'm going to tell you, if they had let it go the way it was supposed to, I bet you Trump would have won pretty much every state. I bet anything. I would love to have seen that. I would love to have seen it. Bro XRP, he says Stephen Pasinik or whatever has confirmed the watermark on the ballots have a technological tie to the QFS, and that is how they know what has gone down already with the fraud plus arrest. Yeah, absolutely, man. They're using blockchain, and that's what I was hearing him say earlier. There's a video. I don't know if I'm gonna have to find that video. If anybody has a link to the video where I think it's the guy is talking about that, please put it in the comments here or in the chat. But yeah, I'll say that's why Trump was sounding. Yeah, exactly, Chip. That's why he says that's why Trump was sounding the bell on fraud. So it was so important. Set the stage. They took the bait. Yep, they did. It was actually a sting. The whole thing was a sting to catch them, and then also it uncovered a lot of other people that they may not have known about. So this is monumental. Yeah, Chip says we watermark every ballot with QFS blockchain encryption code. In other words, we know pretty well where every ballot is. Oh wow, okay, where it went and who has it. So this is not a stolen election. That is awesome, man. That is so awesome. Let's see. Chip, what states? Okay, Chip says if you're going to, it's Chip from on the chain. Yeah. I know it's you, Chip. I know it's you. Sean, thanks for the stream. No problem, brother. I had to do it, obviously, man. I had to do it. Let's see. It doesn't matter. XRP Jr. says it doesn't matter what president in office. They're all puppets. They don't have the power to do crap. Well, the reason why XRP Jr. is because if they don't carry the House and the Senate or one of the two, it severely weakens them. And the thing is, in 2018, the Democrats did the same thing that they're doing now. This is the reason why Trump new to do exactly what he has done. So,
social media. I've got to jump because we have
let's
so many
see.
more calls, but thank you for being
I
in the
believe all
fight.
of them
We
were.
love you. And
Yeah, I do too, man. I mean, I don't think,
let's talk
I doubt very seriously
let's talk
that
to,
there's more than or less than, I would say about, I doubt if there's less than 85 to 90% of the Democrats that are not corrupt. Bro, XRP says, I got the link. You got the link, man? Okay. Let's see.
I agree, and I think that the faster that someone announces.
Let's see. Hold on. Well, you know what, man?
In the presidency,
What is the name? What's the name of the video, or is it a YouTube video, or is it an actual link?
If he claims victory, basically gives a victory speech, then it's a domino.
I mean, if you can, just put it in the chat if you can.
The news announced.
Great news. Now let's start the hang person. Yeah. Hey, believe me, there's gonna be some there's gonna be some high treason accounts going on. There's gonna be some people tried for high treason.
So I believe that the best
Because this is collaborating with a foreign country. This is espionage. I mean, it goes on and on. This is like it's huge. This could break up years and years of fraud and corruption in our government. It could completely break that up if Trump does it right. And then on top of that, they're winning a lot of seats in the state, in the House and the Senate. I mean, his second term could be amazing, you know. Now, of course, we're gonna hold his feet to the fire too. He's got to do right as well. Let's see what else we got here.
And I felt like, okay, well, maybe they're learning from this. They're learning exactly.
Okay,
how
Braggs
to
RP,
change, and
YouTube
they're
extremely
going to
important.
put
Trump planned this whole
safeguards in
thing.
place for the 2020
Okay, hold on. Let me
You know, come on, like fool me once,
let
shame
me
shame on
grab
you,
that
fool me
real
twice, shame on
quick.
me. This is we know this person. That these are.
Because actually, like I had several people telling me about this whole thing.
Republic at stake, and everything that
one
we
sec
fought for
here.
and worked for, we've been abused relentlessly in the last 4 years. We're not going to just roll over. We cannot just roll over for this freaking corpse, this puppet of a man.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's thinking
Uh,
about
let's see,
arresting
let's see.
Joe Biden. You know, with all of that
Okay.
computer stuff they found.
Yeah, the laptop
Hold
from
on.
hell. What's happening with that?
Yeah. It ain't on TV.
I know, right? Any last words
Yeah.
before we go to our next caller?
No,
Carl?
thank you for.
Bear with me.
Carl,
Taking
please
my
keep
call.
up the fight. Stay active. O'Brien from Maryland. And again, if anyone has any
Yeah, they
personal
probably-
stories, something you've observed,
They've probably taken it down, man. Yeah, I'm more than sure.
Call in, light up the lines. We
Would
want
this
to hear
be
from
it?
you.
Hold on, let me just take a look at
Hey,
this real
O'Brien,
quick.
Yeah.
what's on your mind tonight?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, I don't want to play this.
That's exactly what,
Uh,
what's going on.
yeah, I'm not gonna play this.
Then maybe Trump is
But-
going to Biden to claim victory, and then
Check it out if you get a chance. Just go to YouTube. Actually, it's better if you search it on Google, because when I searched it on YouTube, it didn't come up.
basically something.
Let's see what else we got
He
here.
basically holds a news press conference saying that technically, no, that's pretty much not true. We have
Hold
all
on, let
these-
me.
all these ballots here that basically
Yeah, where's the?
that basically say
actual-
that he didn't win, I won, and basically he tells them about the watermarks and stuff, but that's probably not gonna happen, and basically they somehow go to court to show all this evidence, and if the watermark is there, and I'm guessing that this stuff here
Yeah,
can't be copied,
Mm-hmm.
then
That's it.
technically
I'm gonna drop it
all
down
that
here in
ballot
the.
stuff they did, if they're unaware of it, pretty much technically is all out the window, and he has
I'm gonna go ahead and drop
right
it in
there in the court system if it goes that far. Or
That's the only place I'm
if
finding.
you just hold a press conference and just shows them that
Right.
technically, you know,
Uh,
there's a whole bunch of stuff here, and basically,
oh, yeah, there you go.
basically just
Exactly.
said, you know,
I wasn't even paying attention to
this
that.
is a fiscal
I didn't even see the
we
YouTube
watermark
part
all these
still in
ballots,
there.
and
Hold on.
basically,
God dang it.
to me,
All
Biden cheated, and I'm the one that won.
Right.
And what really makes me kind of wonder is that what he percentage of said back when the war was, because I was also listening to it, said that they're about probably, I forgot what he said. I think there's some army,
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
National Guard
It is on
in
YouTube, so
both states,
check
and
it out
there's
on
gonna be
YouTube. I'm gonna watch it myself.
48 hours. I mean, I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
that about.
Okay, what else we
but-
got
We
here?
got to jump to our next call. We appreciate you, brother. Stay in the fight. We're going to jump to our next call. We're going to talk
He dropped the deuce when he
to
watched it.
Danny from Texas. Hello, fellow Texan. What's on your mind tonight, Danny?
Oh, man.
Hey, just wanted to say this. You should have won that seat there in California, by the way. I was rooting for you.
Thank you. For any of you who does not know, I ran for
So-
Congress against nasty Nancy Pelosi. And
Yeah,
again,
the Wicked
just-
Witch of the West.
yeah, and there's massive voter fraud. I mean, the exact same thing happened. I lost to a radical socialist, a radical Muslim Pakistani socialist, Shahid
Yeah.
Buttar.
Yeah, so I was praying for you to win, but
So this
my
is,
thoughts are
yeah, this is
tonight
awesome
on
right
the
here.
election night. You know how long it took for Texas to turn red in like 5-6 hours?
Yeah, that was
My thoughts
bizarre.
are, yeah, then California and Washington just boom like that. I mean, if they had like
So just remember, guys, even though this is looking really, really great, you can never, I mean, we don't stop yet. I mean, we keep telling people, we keep pointing people to InfoWars, we keep pointing people to the I mean, even this other video, everything. We got to keep going until it's actually won, until it's actually in the bag. We got to keep going, because a lot of times, you know, people are, oh, it's good now, you know, and we don't have that emotional or, you know, just that force from, you know, our spirit pushing for this. Because I'm going to tell you, the last thing I want is to have to look. I don't want to be fighting Chinese on this on our soul, because soil. Because, you know, I've heard some crazy stuff. I've heard that there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of troops in Canada just waiting to come down here. I don't know how true that is, but damn it, I don't, you know, I don't feel like, I don't want to have to go through that. So let's keep going.
Yeah, all the
the Jews
Jews.
turn out.
And they should,
I mean-
because, you know, they're being completely persecuted. I mean, this is like modern Nazism that is happening.
And
In
Oh,
your
yeah,
President
XRP did go
God
down,
on
didn't it?
everything was supposed to be.
Well, it's
Hey,
disgusting
Chinese to
because
every-
there's
yeah,
no way.
absolutely,
Okay,
man.
wait a second. The
Absolutely.
polls
I'm going to tell you, and those,
closed at
and you know,
8
one thing
p.m.
about it
on
is Chinese aren't,
Tuesday for
Chinese are
California and the West Coast
kind
states.
of,
So then all of a sudden,
you know,
I didn't
anomaly,
think it was 8 p.m.
you know,
when
as
they
far as
started calling
Asians go.
for Biden
Chinese
these
are, there's
days.
some big
They're-
people, man.
You can't.
There's some big
people are
guys
still
over there.
waiting in line. They're
I don't
not
want to have
gonna
to fight
vote
those
yet.
dudes.
You're gonna call the
I can
state.
get, I
There's
can do,
millions
I can
of
get about
ballots
2 or
being
3
counted,
of them,
and you're
but
gonna call the
after that,
state.
I'm going to be spent.
I
I'm
mean,
an old man.
It's,
I
it's
can't be
insane.
fighting these
You're
young.
not going to call Pennsylvania.
young
You're not
guys.
going to call Georgia. You're not going to call Michigan. You're going to stall on them. It is so mind-blowing, the flagrant, brazen cheating that's happening in front of our eyes. And,
She's
you know,
right.
we could only hope, pray that Trump is intelligent enough to have a plan. And I think he does. And I think that this is all kind of going according to plan. You know that he planned for this. This is just too widespread for him not to. We will be right
Wait a minute,
back. Stick with us. We're going to go to a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Did XRP get down to, did XRP get down to 13 cents? But what was the lowest XRP got down to recently? I know things have been going back up. Let me see. Where is it right now? Last time I checked, I think it was at like 24 cents. it's at 25 cents now. Let's see where did it get down to. It got down to what did it get down to? Damn it. You know what? Let me go to the market. Let's see. It got down recently 18 cents or 23 cents. Yeah, I mean I bought some down. I bought some back when it was like I think it what did it get down to, like 18 cents or something like that, or 17 cents. I bought some back then. Let's see here. So it looks like, yeah, the lowest it got down to was 23 cents. Yep, 23 cents, almost right on the dot. Yeah, but me personally, I've been buying like crazy. You know, for years. I mean, since the beginning of 2018. In March, it all dipped. Yeah, it did. March was a good time. I bought in March as well. I wasn't able to buy as much. I wasn't able to buy as much as I wanted. Let's see back. Yeah, March got down to 15 cents. I mean, right on the dot, 15 cents. Yep. No, we didn't get robbed yet, Alex Yeet. Not yet. Yeah, not quite yet, brother. Things are still in play. I can tell you if Trump, if things work out, I think we're gonna be good. Okay, I can't play the music. Hopefully, I'm hoping that's what got me blocked last time. It was just the
Marxist Democrats that are trying to, I mean, this is an assault. This is a takeover of our country. They're not allowing the will of the people to be heard. We've never seen something this crazy before. They are going forward, which we've been seeing from the beginning too of this year with their COVID agenda and their great reset. They're going forward with their choice, their puppet. Whether we like it or not, whether we voted for it or not, it is the most insane thing ever, and we need to be outraged. We need to fight back.
All the legal ballots were watermarked.
Complete assault of America and everything we stand for. I mean, if they get
they're
away
literally crapping
with
their pants right now.
Fraudulent theft of our election and install their person in, it's lights out. Honestly, it's lights out for the rest of the world.
This will be China.
There are so many people in so many other countries that are banking on this election and hoping that Trump gets reelected, because we have the one true leader of the free world that actually has our back, we the people's back. He actually fights for us to give the power back to us, and he actually stands up to these globalists. He knows their wicked agenda. He knows what they're trying to implement, and that agenda is not for you. It's not for us, the people. It is for the elites, for this select group of elites. We know the agenda, and he's the only thing, President Trump is the only thing standing in the way of this full agenda taking over. And anyone else in the world that is awakened to this, that knows what's up, is also not getting any sleep because they realize how important this election is. They know the gravity of this election. They understand that this is not just a man, President Trump. It is what he represents. It is freedom. It is the American way of life, the American Constitution. It is our values.
And it's not just about America. It's a lot of, there are so many countries out there that are pro-Trump because the thing is they know that if Trump gets back in there, it is going to be full prosperity for so many people in the world. I mean, he stopped all of these nonsense wars. Look, we are the only thing standing in the way of these globalists destroying the whole world and subjugating everybody. I mean, like I said, like I talked about before, everybody, if Biden gets in, everybody gets a chip. Everybody will be inoculated, and you will get these inoculations multiple times per year. Or you will not have a bank account, you won't have a driver's license, you won't have a passport, you won't be able to leave the country. It would be absolute hell on earth. I mean, if this isn't stopped now, we are talking about the end of humanity. Literally. Because these people that are trying to take over the world, they are demons. That's what they are. They consult with the devil. They are Satanists. So that's what they're doing, and that's what they want. They will take your children. That's what they want too. They want to be able to traffic your children places and be able to do anything they want to with them. If you ever get a chance, look up this guy named Abe Finkelstein. It still should be on YouTube. And he said himself what they do. People don't believe him because he's so frank and outspoken with it. But I'm telling you, these people, they drink blood. They do some horrific things. And that's what they want to be able to do to us whenever they want. So, I mean, we all know about HR 6666, contact tracing. And if they find that you were even somewhere near somebody with COVID, the 19, they would come to your house and take you and put you in a freaking concentration camp or a FEMA camp. Okay? It's crazy.
That all of a sudden election meddling and interference isn't real. That it's a conspiracy theory.
That video you spoke about.
You cannot make this stuff up.
They already started. Okay.
Let's see actually what real election meddling looks like. And by the way, at about 8:30 p.m., which is in about a half hour,
P.S.
we're going to have a very special guest who's going to give us some
She's doing those eyes.
Reporting of something that's been happening on the ground, an uprising of patriots who are fighting back to this corrupt establishment, who is fighting back with this election fraud. Stick with us for the next half hour. We will be hearing some special reports from a very special guest.
Ballots were encrypted.
But first, let's look at some of this real live election tampering, ballot fraud that is happening right now in some of these locations where personal videos are being uploaded
and think about
sent to us into social media and Project Veritas.
Just think about what people are going to
work.
I work in the Traverse City Post Office, more specifically the Barlow branch.
Your boss told you and your colleagues something
I don't know if
that shocked you this morning.
Check this out.
We were issued a directive this morning to collect any ballots we find in mailboxes, collection boxes, just outgoing mail in general, separate them at the end of the day so that they could hand stamp them with the previous day's date. Today is November 4th, for clarification.
Who is your boss? What is his title?
Jonathan would be a direct supervisor, yes. As of right now, he is the opening supervisor for the Barlow branch post office. So and this is anecdotal, carrier down in another office said they watched the postmaster doing it. If it were just a typical day, it would be clerks doing it up at the distribution center.
So 8 p.m. election day, November 3rd. The Court of Appeals ruled ballots have to be received by that time.
Let's play the next one before I start commenting about it. Let's play the next. And by the way, there's hundreds of these videos uploaded right now. Here's another video
so much fraud.
on what's happening.
So much
truly.
fraud. It's amazing.
Citizens are uploading these videos and talking to us about their experience.
So just think of what's going to happen to people's knowledge or happen with people's knowledge of blockchain regarding this. This is going to be a huge thing.
Dumping piles and piles of tablets on the top of the table. And a handful of people are looking through them. There's supposed to be 5 people there. There's not 5 people. Sometimes there's only 3 people. So when people are taking pictures of this, they're taking big cardboard pieces of paper paper and holding them up so you can't see what's going on inside. It's complete chaos, but most importantly, they don't tell us how many GOP people are in there. They're only going by the register that people sign in this morning. Nobody was told to sign out when you leave. So it's complete.
So they won't let any GOP people in because the GOP people were not told to sign out.
Exactly.
That's the scam.
This is not a fair election. This is
Sean, it's crazy, man.
This is bullying. This is intimidation. This is steal the election out of your
Yeah, Alex Sheet, yeah, man.
All right, next video.
Yep.
Are you guys collecting ballots?
Yeah.
I thought they collected them all. I just want to document.
No, we're still collecting.
How much? Wait, but how come they already called the state?
Because these are mail-in ballots.
Are there a ton in there?
Yeah.
All right, are you collecting from a lot of places? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just document. Thank you guys. Are you guys official election guys?
They're like, what's that?
All right,
Yeah,
and
we're
let me just
official.
ask you one thing. Where do you guys take them?
Election center. That's it.
Is that in the government building?
LA County.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there a lot more in there?
6 feet, please.
Okay.
6
Thank
feet.
you guys. I just want to see because they called our state so
6 feet,
quickly.
please.
I know. I am.
You don't have a mask either.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You don't have a mask either. Because that's what they should be worried about right now.
Correct.
Okay, next video, please.
Don't belong to anybody. They don't show up in the
All
voter
right, so-
registration. There's no name attached to them.
And what are they doing with those ballots?
I'm challenging them, and
Okay.
they're supposed to put
So,
them in a
so
box
yeah,
and
Bro
then-
XRP
okay,
says the deep state tried to divide the American people with racism, but the reality is, if Biden gets in office, just like you said, they would commit global genocide. Absolutely, man. That race card, they know it works because it triggers an emotional response, and a lot of black people still have that. They've been taught this whole racism thing. It doesn't come from inside the family. It comes from outside. I mean,
But that's not on the ballot.
it's so crazy the way it works, right? Most people don't care about, when I go out, you know, I don't think about, oh man, this person is racist. I mean, come on. I don't care what they feel, what they think. And, you know, I'm going to treat them like a human, and with the respect that they deserve, I expect the same thing. Race is not the thing that I'm, you know, first coming off with.
I was born in 1921, and
All right, let's go to the next video.
Yeah, socialism is,
If this
that's
is
just
making
like
you
it's
nauseous
a
and
gateway
sick, by the
drug.
way, it
That's
should.
what it is. Straight to communism.
Ruling from the appellate court. The appellate court just issued an order allowing immediate access for our team to observe the voting process. Immediate access. So our team of 15 people will be headed in right now to observe the vote counting process. This is very important because, as you know, they have kept us away 30 to 50 to 100 feet with a barricade. They had a guy in there wearing a badge who is not a sworn law enforcement officer, keeping people away. This is not a matter for the Secretary of State or Supervisor of Elections. The U.S. Constitution and the under the U.S. Constitution, the legislature has the right to make these laws which they have made, and a judge just confirmed that they must be followed. So we plan on entering that building right now and legally observing the voting process. Because if there
Okay, that video, I mean, it's got the music in the background. This video is probably going to get blocked, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I know, right? Guard girl. Yeah, they're gonna flag the video. You know, man, that's gonna suck. But anyway, I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. At least I'm getting the information out to you guys now. Yeah. This is awesome. I think tomorrow is going to be it's going to be quite a day. I do believe, because Friday, tomorrow is it's going to be a big day. I believe. Bro, XRP says the deep state effed up because now they got the entire world watching them frauded up. Yep, man, you are so right. They got the whole world looking. This is, and I mean, not only deep state, the Chi-Com connection is exposed. This is far beyond anything I would have expected. Far beyond. I mean, those guys already gamed all this out. They already gamed it out. That is awesome. It is awesome.
A meaningful
check her
distance
out.
away. I mean, you can't watch a poll or see
She's
anything
not bad to
meaningful
listen
if you're
to.
100 or 200 feet away. Let's be real. And if you have barricades up and if you have windows boarded up and you're 100 or 200 feet away, come on, you can't see anything
that's
meaningful.
right. PJ
You can't observe
Bikerful.
anything meaningful.
That's
and it
right.
defeats
Tens
the
of thousands of
purpose of a
absentee
poll watcher.
ballots yet
So
to be counted.
they're doing all
absolutely,
sorts
man.
of
And
shady
you know they're
things
all voting
left
for
and
Trump.
right, all
The majority of
over,
them.
saying that a pipe broke in Georgia and a pipe broke in Georgia and because of that
Yeah,
pipe,
Malachi
we got
Lawrence, yeah,
100,000 new
I meant
votes,
to say this.
all for Biden.
Yeah.
We can't count. I mean,
They
come
hate
on.
every race, man.
They're also
Normal
in Detroit,
people
Michigan,
don't
which
care about your
is
race.
another state that's very
I'm
important to
gonna
us right now.
talk about that in
election
just a
workers
second.
inside the election office or warehouse were cheering every time that they kicked a Michigan GOP attorney out of there. You see them cheering. There's a video on this. We can go on and on. There's another video that I'm trying to pull up where somebody, recorded them, and there was a guy, there was all these, looking like Biden election workers, and he's flipping off ballots that look like they're for Trump. He's looking at them, getting angry, flipping them off, and then crumpling them up and throwing them in a freaking trash. Right? I mean, if you think that the party of people that are capable of burning down buildings and churches, looting down businesses, rioting, saying that there's 192 genders, and saying that every white person is born with inherent white supremacy and is inherently racist, if you're going to tell me that these same people, these same crooks, are not capable of also doing that,
Absolutely.
of fraud, and they hate Trump so much that they want to, that they're flipping off ballots and crumpling them up and throwing them in the trash or stealing, because they believe it is their moral system to believe that by any means necessary they must win. Their system, their moral compass, their values must win. You're going to tell me that those same people are not capable of cheating and fraud? I've got a bridge and what can I sell you?
We're going to hear a lot more
the,
tomorrow.
The same people, same mindset.
Definitely
same
check out that
soulless
video.
Kind of human.
I'm going to be watching
Let's
that in a
take some
minute.
calls. Let's talk to.
So while she's taking calls, so check it out. This is what's up with the whole thing about race, right? Or what I think. So the thing is when this country was founded, there were actually black people here who were not enslaved. Okay? In actuality, the very first president was a black man. Okay? Before, there was a time period when there were multiple races actually here. Black people were here doing fine. There were, so once the whole slavery thing started, how it started was because some very wealthy people who owned boats were shipping black folks over here. Okay? The same people not the same people, but people that were tied to those people were the ones purchasing black people. The vast majority of them. The people who owned the plantations that had slaves there were of the same background as the people that owned the boats. The regular, everyday person out there working for a living and all that, normal white people obviously did not own slaves. They were here working just like everybody else. We were all thrown into this conflict by a specific group of people. Specific group of people. And it still exists today. The same people that are pitting us against each other did it back then. Yet it's very difficult for us to pick them out. Because one thing they do is they change their names. They are actors. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you do your research, you will realize that the majority of actors are of the same background. It's crazy. And they'll actually even admit it. We are all pawns in their game. They are playing, this has been a mind game. This has been a psychological game since day one. And we have been pitted against each other, told to hate each other, and that's exactly what we've been doing. We have to remember, divided we fall. Together we stand. Okay? That's just the way it is. It doesn't matter. Yes, obviously we are all from different backgrounds. We're all from different races. Sometimes we cross those lines, sometimes we don't. But we all need to love each other as brothers because we exist on this planet together. If we're going to go anywhere, if we're going to achieve anything, we have to do it together. We have to respect one another and love one another. Care for our brother or sister. I mean, and look out for each other. It doesn't matter the race. We can't allow ourselves to continue to let them divide us in the ways that they have. This should show us right here, everything that's happening right now should show us that they have done nothing but manipulate us and divide us and kill us. Because I was telling a coworker of mine just the other day, because he's black and he's bought into this whole thing. And I told him, I said, look, dude, do you realize that the raw numbers say there are a lot more white men that are actually killed by police than black? A lot more. They hype these incidents up to divide us, to cause that racial tension. I'm not saying that there isn't racism out there, because we are victims of this programming. Okay, all of us are, and there are some people who are actually planted as police officers to do these things. But I personally witnessed several videos where, I mean, I saw this one white guy. Him and his girlfriend were in their apartment playing Crash Bandicoot. They got loud. People called cops on him, and you know the cops just go there and bang on his door. He takes his gun with him. They don't announce themselves, or at least maybe he didn't hear him. But once he gets out there, he realizes that they're cops. He puts his hands up and he has his gun in his right hand. As he's going down, this is a white guy. As he's going down, a white police officer behind him sees the gun, shoots him in the back 3 times. I mean, why haven't we seen that on TV? Because it doesn't serve the purpose of the globalists. And they know the United States is the only thing in their way of taking over the world completely. We are the only thing in the way. So we have to you know, be mentally strong and not let them continue to divide us. Now that's my soapbox speech. All right. What we got here? First Black President G. Oh, Sean, I don't know about all that, bro. Yeah. This is all theater, man. Let's see what we got. Okay, bro. Remember the 1981 Ronald Reagan speech to the UN where he states about an alien threat that would be only thing to unite humanity. Wonder if the alien threat was this deep state the whole time. It could very well be. And look, man, I'm going to tell you this. It could be that the deep state takes their directions from a group that we would consider aliens. Now, if you guys get a chance, look up a lady named Karen Hudez. Okay, she speaks about a group, and their skulls are found in Paracas in Peru, right? The elongated skulls. Have you guys heard about that? There is evidence of another race of beings that actually exist on this planet. Now, I've spoken about Nephilim and all that stuff. I don't know what they are, but I know they're not human. They're not like us. They have larger heads with larger brains. Their brains are from half to 2 times larger than ours. Okay, so look them up. They call them elongated skulls or cone heads or any of that. Now there should be still be some videos out there, but this is a real thing. Most people don't hear about it, but it's a real thing. Look up Karen Hudez. She actually spoke about it, saying that a guy that she knew said that one of these things walked into a governmental or some type of meeting where there were a lot of high officials there. So that could very well be what we're dealing with. I know it sounds crazy, but look, guys, I've researched so many different things. I'm not going to say everything, but so many different things. And I've come across a lot of different information. So, I'm going to share it with you. I've been kind of holding back a lot of, things just because, I don't want people to say, this guy's, but I don't care. People need to know this stuff. I mean, for me, if there's a chance that it's true, I want to know. Because the only way you can fight an enemy is if you know about that enemy. If you don't know that enemy exists, you can't fight him. Okay? So, that's rule number 1. Tom, thanks, Mr. Free Corner. You got some pretty awesome views. Appreciate you talking about the currency. Hey, man, Tom, the XRP bomb, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you because you are going to go and share something of what I said to somebody. And that is exactly what I'm looking for right there. That's what we all need. We need to share the information that we come across, because you never know who you're going to wake up, and you never know if that person is going to be key in what we need in the future. I mean, it's extremely important. Let's see. Balls, male, vagina, female. Both bird. I'm not sure what that means. Sons of Cain. Hey, man, it could be. I don't know what or who they are, but they exist. They're here. Look up. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look up the video here. The things. Let's see. Bro, XRP. Yep, it's right. Book of Enoch. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You should read the Book of Enoch. It's very, very interesting. I'm pretty much biblically. That's pretty much what I follow, because these things are not here by accident. So, and these things are not happening by accident. So just, what I look at it like this: have your mind open to any possibility, because just because you've never heard it before doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Always be willing to research anything, and if you find that it's not true, okay, fine. Push it aside and move on. That's what I do. Cain's bloodline was contaminated with the fallen angels. Yeah, actually, it was Cain's daughters. It was Cain's daughters. It was Cain's daughters that slept with the Watchers. We're just a bunch of blunt skulls. Yeah, absolutely. Chip, you flown over the Peruvian Nazca lines? Really, man? That's me and my wife have been talking about going to Peru. I really want to do that. I want to go see those skulls. I don't know if they'll still let you do it, but yeah. You know what? What else? Conspiracies are easier to believe these days than what we. Yeah, it is. They are, man. They mess them. Everything they say is conspiracy. Absolutely, yeah. Free your mind, man. Yeah, hey Chip, man, I really appreciate you being here, brother. I really do. No aliens, brothers. They are fallen angels. Well, actually, Alex G, I don't think they're. I mean, it could be. I'm not going to say they're not. I think they are Nephilim, because before the flood, if I'll tell you what, if one book that I read was called the Lost Book of Enki. It kind of explains how they made it from the other side of the flood to this side of the flood. If you get a chance, read the Lost Book of Enki. I don't believe everything in it is true, obviously, but I think it gives some insight into what, some possibilities of them, making it to this side. Sean, can we get free corner in the Friday close stream? Hey man, yeah, let me know. Nephilim bloodlines, yep, absolutely. Morris Prince, yep, Nephilim bloodlines, man. Rick Bradford, reptilians, bloodlines, yeah, those things exist too, man. Chip off the. Oh yeah. BeforeIt'sNews.com. That was another one. That's another one I used to look at. Thanks a lot for Red 5 Golf. That's another one I used to watch. Been to Machu Picchu also. Oh yeah, I must see. Dude, I want to go to Machu Picchu. I want to go South America. I'm going to tell you, that's one place that is rife with just some crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you this, guys. If you get a chance, hey, bro, XRP, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, with all this, I just had to. I got to get on, man. I have to. I can't sit back and just let this happen without saying something. But look, guys, I'm going to tell you this. If you get a chance to go to, there's a city in Southwest Texas called Marfa. If you get a chance, go over there. Me and my wife went over there and stayed in a place. It was called the El Cosmico, and they have like these tents where you stay outside and whatnot. But it's really, really dark out there because there isn't much. It's a small town, not much light pollution, and it's really far away, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It takes probably about 8 hours to drive there. However, it is well worth the trip. Because the Rocky Mountains actually go down through there. It is well worth the trip. It's beautiful. Until you get down close to, I think, Balmorhea, somewhere down in there. Once you get down in there, you'll see the mountains in the distance. Once you get there, it is absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to go down there, but anyway. We stayed in El Cosmico, and we saw some really, really strange stuff. I wish I had my camera. I needed a better camera. I would have recorded it, but yeah, it's some really strange stuff. Well worth the trip. Let's see. Getting crazy. Esau was red, hair all over, married to giant women. That, J-Bo. So, what was it? Timnah. His what was it? Eliphaz. I think it was Eliphaz married Timnah. Timnah was actually a Horite, which Horites were descendants of Nephilim. So, I'm not going to get into this, but there's some specific traits that you can see in a certain group of people that are around today that are descended from that union. Let's see. Oh, really? Chip, your wife from Chile? Okay. That's what I'm talking about, man. We like those Latinas, man. I know I do. All right, Jeff Huddle review, 2 corrupted legal groups trying to push Twitter to spin Trump. Yeah, man. And they've been, dude. That is, to me, how do you block or censor the president of the United States? But you know, Trump could have come down with a sledgehammer on him. He's sitting back and waiting for a reason. He's letting them destroy themselves. That's exactly what he's doing. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Hey, by the way, thank you for joining me, Jeff. Much appreciated, brother. Let's see. What else we got? Y'all need to get our passports. Brother, I've had mine for 20 years, Ricky Bradford. In fact, I got to go get mine renewed. Biblical tonight. Oh, Pierce O'Hagan. We can, man. We can. I have to throw a little bit in there every now and then. What's up, Charlie G? Thanks for joining, man. Okay, let's listen to the pretty lady real quick.
They've been preparing people for. This is it. Like, this is the final takeover of the United States of America as we know it. We got to fight back. If there's ever a time for the Second Amendment,
bro,
if
XRP,
there's ever a time to mobilize as patriots and fight back and show them that we're not going to take this line down.
I'll say that.
It is
nowhere
now,
near.
folks. It is
this guy
now.
is several steps ahead of everybody.
Maybe this will. Let's check out this video real quick. Just a quick video of yet another incident of what people are sharing on social media of inside these polls. These ballot counting centers.
Oh, mine too, Jeff. Mine expires next month in January as well.
In downtown Detroit at the TCF Center, which is in the heart of Detroit, in the heart of the D. And I had a couple of people reach out to me and say, could you do another Facebook Live and explain where you're at and why you're here? You can see behind me, that giant room behind me is where they are contesting ballots. So something that's very interesting that happened here in Detroit is, I just talked to a guy that's been here all night.
One second. I'm gonna talk about what you're talking about. XRP Leathernet. 1 second.
They had counted all the ballots. Everything was good. Everything went smoothly. And then it was at about 4 a.m. that 3 vehicles arrived: a van, a Chrysler 300, and a Ferrari, with 130,000 plus ballots. He said he was astonished as they started counting the ballots. He was astonished that every single ballot, like literally 100% of that 130,000 ballots were all Biden ballots that hadn't been delivered to the precinct before the cutoff time for this precinct.
So guys, we're seeing this left and right. How much more evidence do we need?
So XRP Leathernet, I think it's very possible that could be the only problem I have is just that some of the reports I have seen or heard is that these things that people are seeing can be hurt, they can bleed, they can be killed. Okay, so so angels themselves are immortal, right? That was the problem that they ran into. Essentially, they weren't made to have offspring; they were given immortality. So that was one of the major issues. So that would still carry over. They were never given bodies, right? They were already spirits, so they can't be killed or hurt or anything like that. Otherwise, the Most High would have just killed them right off the bat. So I personally think that it is possible, because some of them have been released from their chains of darkness, right? But just the reports that I've seen, it seems like anything that we have interacted with or that has come here and interacted with people, they would be Nephilim. They would be the offspring. Now, don't get me wrong. These things are immensely powerful from what I understand. This is the reason why they create these characters, these superhero characters and all that with all these stupid, crazy powers. It's because they have used these Nephilim as a template, essentially. So, do I know this for sure? No, I don't, because I haven't necessarily run across anything like that. I hope not to, but like I said, just from the reports and the different people that I've heard, it seems as though these things would be Nephilim. Let's see.
They are the same organizations and people that have concocted the COVID scare. Oh, here's the video real quick, and then I'll go back to my thoughts. Okay, so here's this guy. He is counting the ballots, and look at him having a freak out. He's having a freak out.
And then
he's having a meltdown, and now look at him. Watch.
The ballot.
He's seeing so many Trump ballots.
Having
He's getting
a meltdown, and then crumpling it up, flipping it off, having a meltdown, crumpling it up. These are the same people that melt down on the ground and scream.
J-Bo, that is exactly
when President Trump
it is
wins.
an obelisk.
I mean, these are the same lunatics that scream
a phallus.
that Trump is a racist and he's literally Hitler, and they go around blocking and censoring people and going crazy. I mean, you really think these people are capable of being honest? You really think that they're capable of seeing that there's votes coming in for Trump and not crumpling it up and throwing it away in the trash? I mean, come on, let's be realistic. These are human beings. Well, they're really not. I mean, that's debatable. They're demons, but
maybe.
I mean, but these are people. These are people with emotions, and these are people that are not vetted.
Yeah,
Just
he was,
like we have an issue with
completely out of his
legal
mind.
versus illegal immigration, just like we have an issue with valid cases of COVID versus presumed cases of COVID, valid people who have died solely and specifically from COVID versus people who have died from a motorcycle accident or a hang gliding accident and they were presumed to die of COVID, or they had some strand of flu in their system that were stamped died from COVID. Just like we have a problem with that accuracy, we have a problem with legal versus illegal ballots and votes. Why is this such an anomaly? Why is this such a difficult concept to grasp? And these are the same people concocting bogus immigration numbers that are they can't tell the difference or can't say that they know the difference between legal versus illegal immigration. These are the same people concocting the bogus COVID case numbers and death numbers.
Yeah.
And these are the same people
Leatherneck,
concocting
yep.
the bogus poll numbers.
It needs to be rooted
that are
out now.
insanely in Biden's favor. And the same
Yep.
people concocting these bogus ballots that are all going for Biden. Why is this so hard to understand? This is easy. This is not rocket scientists. This is a scam.
It's
folks.
hypnosis.
This is a scam. We are being scammed.
Yep.
We knew this was going to happen.
It's just this hypnosis,
Now let's
that's
not
all.
allow this to happen, folks. We need to fight for our America. Let's take a couple calls. Do we have our special guest yet?
So I was wondering why in the world is it that people cannot see what's actually happening? It's so blatant. They just take the word of the mainstream media without. If somebody comes to them and they just suggest, hey, look at something else so you can, have a well-rounded view of what's actually happening. They don't want to do that. They want to just accept what CNN says or MSNBC or Fox or whatever. But what it is, so we have to look at what they call television, right? It's programming, it's channeling, it's medium, I mean, this is all witchcraft. That's what it is. Okay, that's the reason why they've given it all these different names that you would attribute to, you know, whether it's witchcraft or you know, anything resembling that. It is something where they hypnotize people. That is the reason why it is so difficult for people to break away from that. I mean, believe me, I was there one time myself, because I mean, you just can't imagine that they would mislead you intentionally. So that's the only thing I can kind of shake it down to. It has to be a form of programming. I mean, look, it is actually a form of programming, because if you notice, whenever you're watching a movie, or if you're in the room with people watching a movie, okay, or watching TV, what you'll notice, and even just be conscious of yourself, what you'll notice is that most people assume a position kind of like this. They kind of lean forward a little bit and their eyes open, exposing the full cornea. So all of this, you know, because the TV actually puts off, I think it's like alpha waves or beta waves, some type of waves that aid in this hypnosis. And that could very well be the case. Let's see. Tell lies to your vision. Yeah. Tell lies to your vision. That's good, man. That's good. Oh, man. Lenny says, what you're saying reminds me of how I was growing up. There was hidden messages on the screen when you watch TV. Yeah, absolutely. They used to have those little pictures every now and then. They made them stop, because I want to say it was Coke that used to do that. They would flash a picture of a Coke with and they tested this, of a Coke with with the drops of water on it, looking cool and refreshing, and it would actually cause people to want a Coke. So they knew that this was very effective. And then it would seem as though the CRT type of TVs actually work better, because a CRT actually puts off radiation. They have these cannons in the back, as they are color cannons in the back of the monitor in the CRTs, and it actually shoots this light at your eyes. Okay. If you, I remember one time and I'm a big gamer. I've always, once I found it out, I just fell in love with it. Well, once I played a game for hours. Okay, I was on vacation. I think it was around Christmas time or something like that, and I played this game like hours and hours. And I had a 19-inch CRT. When I left after several hours, I got up, went to the bathroom. I looked at my face in the mirror. My face was red. My eyes were red. It felt like I had been sitting in the sun, like not a really strong sunlight, but enough to where, I mean, literally, it was almost like my face got darker because of this radiation that was coming from the TV. So I was thinking it was actually more effective in the CRT, but no, these LCD screens are even more effective, because they can actually control the frequency that's coming out of the TV. So every video, so when you're watching a show or any type of movie or whatever, they can actually control or how it's shot. Actually, can change how that frequency interacts with you, or whatever the frequency is. But anyway. TV programming and channeling, yep, absolutely. It's programming, yep. Subliminal, yeah, there was a subliminal advertising, absolutely. There's plenty of patents that, yep, mind control through television, absolutely, man. Legendary. Yeah, so the water obviously has fluoride in it, which lowers your ability. Actually, they've done tests with giving people fluoride, it actually makes you more docile and more susceptible to mind control. I think American Idol had killed Flash for a second. Oh, really? J-Bo, really? Getting there. That's all it took me. Let's see. Jeff says, now it's done through the blue light in your phones and tablets. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Says, damn, bro, they'll probably take this down before you can watch it. Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm used to it. I don't even care anymore. But yeah, the phones, these things are even worse. Oh man, just think about it. How many times you go in and people are like this? My wife is, I mean, that's all she does. She just does this. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get off that phone. Ricky Briver says, let's not forget about the fluoride-free corner. Yeah, it's in everything. Smart Durst, chemtrail. Absolutely. And you know what? One thing I noticed since this whole election thing started, look up. I've seen more trails in the sky in the last few days than I've seen in the last few months. It's been crazy. But they know what's going on. They know what they're doing. Yeah, fluoride, yep, it actually, what is it? It calcifies your pineal gland. Absolutely. They know exactly what they're doing. We have to break out of this crap. We gotta break out of it. Ricky Bradley, that's the key to frequency. Absolutely, man. We have to break out of this, and it's happening right now. I'm gonna tell you, I bet these globalists are crapping their pants right now. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
These very crucial states, county by county, and show the actual registered voters and who cast the vote. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not really. It's still a caller. Jeff Huddle Review says, all I have to say is that Chip and I did our part and delivered Florida. Hey, much appreciated, Jeff and Chip. Much appreciated. Absolutely, man. Sometimes you just got to get out there and just knock some heads and knock some sense into them. Yeah. So guys, this has been a great live stream. I've really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to get off. I'm gonna try to get up in the morning and go to the gym. You know, I'm getting kind of fat. Yeah, I got to get my abs back. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, thank you, Bradley. Yeah, much appreciated, and it's my pleasure, by the way. So, yeah, absolutely. So guys, if you got anything else you want to, share with us, anybody has anything they want to share before we end this live stream, please put it in the chat.
An unprecedented amount of blacks and Latino voters for Trump, gay, transgender voters for Trump. He's broken records in all of these areas. Yeah. And we're completely getting robbed from our ability to see those record numbers.
So Russell Rivera. You would think that, but see, the problem is persistence, right? Jet stream. So the reason why a trail is created, an exhaust trail or a condensate, they call them contrails. The reason why they exist is because there are tiny ice crystals in the atmosphere up high like that, up in the stratosphere. That's where the planes fly, right? So as the air is being sucked into the engines, it melts the water and it expels it as water vapor. And shortly thereafter, I mean, the trail only gets about maybe 4 or 5 times as long as the plane. And then it refreezes and the vapor disappears. But the problem is that, and this is, I mean, it's well documented. Actually, it's called geoengineering, okay? It's not, you know, people call it contrails or chemtrails and things like that, but, you know, they changed the terminology because they weren't being taken seriously. You know, chemtrail is associated with conspiracy theories, so they changed it to geoengineering. And actually, the government itself, they have papers that talk about geoengineering, okay? So this persistence that you see with these trails across the sky should not exist at all. It cannot happen unless they are actually spraying something in the sky. There are tons of documentaries about geoengineering, or you might have to look up chemtrails, but they have they've even examined the result of this, you know, stuff falling to the ground. It has aluminum, strontium, barium, and even in some cases desiccated blood cells, red blood cells too. So just yeah, I mean, it is what it is. As long as you're, like I said, as long as you're aware, you can break out of that.
This has been coming for over a century.
Okay, guys, that's really all. Hey, appreciate it, Sean. Thanks, Pierce O'Hagan. Good to see you too. Yeah, unfortunately, blockchain will fix it. Yeah, absolutely. See what else we got. Thank you, Chip. Thanks for joining, guys. And Jeff and Sean. Yeah, good night, guys. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff. Really appreciate it, man. We'll be back again. You know, we'll have to get on again, guys, for sure. And, you know, chop it up again. I really enjoyed our stream the other day. Yeah, chemtrail. Yeah, actually, Morgellons. I think it's Morgellons or Morgellons. They say that it causes Morgellons disease, which is pretty bad. Okay, guys. Getting you some ZIL and DGB. I'm going to check that out, Ricky Bradford, for sure, man. All right, guys. Much appreciated again. God bless you. Make sure you keep your eyes open. Spread the word. Talk to people. Wake people up if you can. And again, this has been great. Really love you guys. And God bless.